Newspapers have been vanishing across much of the U.S., especially weekly papers in rural communities. As more and more people get their information online and from social media, there are volunteer journalists and nonprofit organizations that are helping fill the void. Girdwood has primarily gone without a local paper since the Glacier City Gazette printed its last edition at the end of 2020. There has been a handful of short-term, temporary news projects and publications since then, none as sweeping as Turn Again News, launched in May by journalist Soren Worth and local radio personality John Scudder, which covers several communities, including Girdwood.
We have the ability to question power, and very few people, in a time when many people feel disempowered, a local newspaper gives power to the community through the ability to ask questions and report the answers.
Worth says there are areas of the U.S. and Alaska that go without local journalism.
A Facebook page is not journalism. A Facebook page is classified ads, it's people's opinions, and that has been our de facto newspaper.
A lot is lost, Worth says, when a community, even a small town, goes without watchdog journalism.
Our role is a grassroots watchdog of local government and bigger government. We have to watch powerful interest coming in from outside our communities and dictating what it wants to do with our communities.
Turn Again News publisher John Scudder says it's important for smaller communities to have their own news outlets.
Those stories need to be told, for our children, for the sports events, for the government events, not necessarily the stories that are large where the larger organizations, journalism organizations are covering, but the local stories, telling the stories of the local people.
Worth says there has been a lot of resurgence of grassroots, nonprofit, community newspapers in parts of the country.
They're returning at the same time. There's communities that are making this, are realizing this loss of local journalism within the last 10 years, and now it feels like there's a resurrection, and maybe I'm being hopeful, but we're certainly providing that for Turn Again Arm.
Turn Again News covers Indian, Bird Creek, Crow Creek, Girdwood, Whittier, Hope, Portage, Cooper Landing, and South Anchorage. They plan on having a printed paper in just the next few months.